everybody. Joe Buddy Jimbo. Blue Collar Beer Review. One beer, one take. All for y'all. And we're back at it again. You know, we're still in this first month of the new year. So, new year, new beer. New year, new beer. Bang back better beers. You know, we got slogans here. We got slogans. We've got tag phrases. We got all sorts of stuff, but really, we've got beer. That's where we're going. And you got your old buddy Jimbo. So, you guys know I love some King Arnold, aka St. Arnold, or aka King Arnold. This beer, this company, they're not playing around either. This is one of my favorites. These guys right here make some of the best beer in America, hands down. All right, it would be a dogfight. You put Prairie Artisan ales and King Arnold in a ring. It'd be tough. It'd be a fight. All right. And there's a couple other breweries that to be named later that are contenders also in that grudge match. But we'll get into that later. We're gonna do a grudge match this year. Yeah, it's like a no holds bar. There's gonna be brackets, and the beers are gonna. But we're gonna get to that. It's just a little preview. Let's get to the business at hand right here. All right. This is Prairie Artisan Ales, and this is Krebs Brewing Company, Krebs, Oklahoma. Not far from where we're at, Oklahoma. Okay. All right. And this particular beer is called Ape Snake, and one of Prairie's signature things is they've got crazy art. They've got crazy art and artists that actual artists that do their work on their labels and cans and bottles, and it's usually pretty cool. And I don't review bottles, but I wanted to mention that because the artists, there's individual artists for everything, and artists are pretty cool people, man. And I think these guys are artists too. They're artisans. I'm kind of an artisan. I'm going to put that on my resume. Yes. And this Ape Snake is a dry hopped, dark farmhouse ale. Farmhouse ales. Dry hopped, dark farmhouse ale. That's a triple threat right there. I'm not kidding. Now, you probably want to know. You probably know a farmhouse ale. A farmhouse ale is it's old school. It's old school. It's a traditional. It's a traditional beer that was brewed in the summer in France and in Belgium back in the day. All right, and it was made in this. It was a summer beer. The beer was made in the winter. Okay, they made the beer in the winter, and then they drank this beer as sustenance and hydration while they were throughout the whole planting season, the harvesting, and the maintenance of the crops. All right, and a farmhouse ale. It's French. It's Pablo Blair or something like that, and a farmhouse ale is a beer to be kept. So they would make it, and then they would keep it, and then they would have it in the summer for them to drink. So they would age it out a bit. And that's what we're having here. And I guarantee you, I can almost guarantee you that this is going to be some crazy stuff. And it's going to be really, really good. So let's do it. We're going to do a double dump. We're going to do the look, listen, and smell. And I'm going to pound this bad bear back. And it's going to be great. This particular farmhouse ale, I think because it's been dry hopped and it's been aged and it's darker, it's 1.9 fluid ounces. And the beauty part about it is farmhouse ales, a lot of them, they're not really big alcohol because they were more for, sustenance and hydration while the workers were working, and they weren't about partying. This particular one has a little bit more party to it, all right? This is a 7.9% alcohol. So they upped the party level in this one, and it's not, it's definitely business in the front and party in the back. It's kind of like a mug. We like to check the caps. There's nothing on the inside. It's got a fish on it. Big old fish. Man. Yeah. Wow. And these farmhouses, they're living, they're still aging. They're still growing. They're not done. So I'm really having to do a professional pour, or it could get out of hand real quick. Oh, and there comes that was the mud at the end. It was literally muddy chunks that kind of flowed out of that. Oh. That's crazy. It sounds like a forest fire in there. It's like a tiger on fire. Oh. And it smells so good. And look how dark it is. I thought it was going to be dark, but I've never seen a farmhouse ale this dark. It looks like a stout. It really does. And it smells really good. It sounds good. It looks crazy. It's just a triple threat. I think we're in for just a treat. And who doesn't love it? Midweek treat. I know my dog does. Rue does. She loves treats. And I love treats too, especially when they're the beer variety. So, hey, here's to all you out there. I hope your year's going good. Let's hang in there. Let's hang and bang. We're going to bang it back, right? Hang, bang. Proust! It's alive in my stomach. It was there's a demon in there. It's expanding. It was, as I was pouring it in, it was expanding. It's alive in there. A lot of hops, a lot of flavor, a lot of different flavors. Oh, so good. It's not like it's super carbonated, but there's yeast. That yeast is still alive in here. And like I said, it's still fermenting. And so that's a farmhouse, it's an alive product. It's not done. It's this the organism is still happening in there, and it's so wonderful. You never know what you're going to get because it's still growing and it's still changing, and the flavor is so great in here. I mean, it's so complex, and I don't even want to get into everything that went into this. I mean, they said hops, but it's dry hop. That means that they're throwing some hops in when during the aging process. So that's not the big flavor profile. A farmhouse ale has a super unique profile. It has it. It's a farmhouse ale with a little bit of extra hop to it and a little bit of extra darkness. It's most definitely, Ape Snake is most definitely Jimbo approved. If you guys can get any Prairie Artisan ales, where you're from, where you're at, if you ever see one, let alone this beer, this particular beer, because they're hard to come by, just get one. I highly suggest it. Try them. These are highly crafted, very talented people that make this stuff, and it is a very, very good product. And I highly recommend it, and I highly recommend Ape Snake, and Jimbo approved, all right? Hey, look, you know the deal, right? Tell a friend, leave a like, or leave a comment. You know, let's try to grow. Let's get more people into the family of loving beer, spreading love, and all of us, and we can make this year great. All right? Hey, I love you out there. Yo, buddy Jimbo! Out.